was a respectful kid, a normal kid, or so his mother Eva would say. Little did she know that her son, Lazaro, would become one of the most gruesome and mysterious figures in Brazilian crime history. Picture a tranquil rural area in Ceilândia, Brazil, shattered by the horrifying deeds of a man named Lázaro. This 32-year-old individual stands accused of a heinous massacre, claiming the lives of an entire family of 4. But that's just the beginning of a trail of bloodshed that has plagued the region for years. Lázaro's reign of terror has left the police and the community in a relentless pursuit, spanning over a decade. More than 200 dedicated officers, including the intelligence service, have been tirelessly hunting him down for over 10 agonizing days. But who is this man, and what dark secrets lie within the twisted labyrinth of his crimes? Prepare for a haunting journey through the dark corridors of his mind as we unravel the bizarre story of Lázaro, the Brazilian serial killer. To truly understand the malevolence of Lázaro, we must explore his chilling past. At the age of 20, he faced a murder charge in Barra do Mendes, Bahia. The catalyst for this act of violence? Unrequited love. Enraged by rejection, Lazaro pursued a girl who had spurned his affections. When she sought help from 2 brave individuals, Lázaro's wrath knew no bounds. One of those individuals was none other than Lázaro's childhood friend, a person he once shared innocent laughter and dreams with. So what led him to commit such an unthinkable act against someone he once held so dear? Rumors swirled that Lázaro was in a state of intoxication, drowning his sorrows in a haze of alcohol. In a moment of madness and despair, he unleashed his fury upon his childhood friend. The weight of his actions soon bore heavily upon Lázaro's conscience. Rather than seek redemption and confront the consequences, a chilling thought seeped into his disturbed mind. He believed that eliminating his childhood bully, a person who once tormented him relentlessly, would somehow alleviate his anguish. Driven by a twisted logic, Lázaro set out on a path of vengeance, hunting down his tormentor with a cold determination. In a macabre twist of fate, he succeeded in snuffing out the life of the one who had tormented him for years, ending his bully's life. The choices he made and the lives he extinguished would set in motion a reign of terror that would grip an entire nation. Driven by his dark impulses, Lázaro fled from the authorities, seeking refuge in the very environment that had always held a peculiar allure for him, the untamed wilderness. As a child, Lázaro found solace in the outdoors, relishing in the thrill of the hunt. The dense forests and rugged landscapes became his sanctuary, a place where he felt a sense of belonging. It was within these wild realms that he honed his survival skills and developed an intimate knowledge of the land. And so, when the weight of his actions grew unbearable, he disappeared into the wilderness, vanishing without a trace. But in a surprising turn of events, Lázaro's conscience began to gnaw at him, chipping away at his resolve like bugs on a carcass. Haunted by remorse and the weight of his crimes, Lázaro made a decision that shocked everyone. He turned himself in, surrendering to the authorities and accepting the consequences of his actions. It was a pivotal moment in his dark journey, as he faced the first of what would be many imprisonments. But Lázaro's true nature soon surfaced, convincing him to escape from the clutches of justice. Lázaro embarked on a perilous journey as a fugitive, adopting a new identity to conceal his true nature. In the vast expanse of Goiás, he assumed the name Leandro, a seemingly honest man with an unassuming demeanor. The local community regarded him as a common worker, a diligent individual who lent a helping hand on the farms scattered throughout the region. That earned him a reputation as a hard worker, earning the trust and respect of those who crossed paths with him. Little did they know that beneath the facade of industry lay a cold-hearted killer, biding his time waiting for the perfect moment to strike once again. The unsuspected locals could never have fathomed the true darkness that lurked within the seemingly ordinary man they had come to know. June 9, a day etched in infamy. Claudio Vidal, a businessman, and his two sons fell victim to Lazaro's macabre violence, their lives brutally extinguished on a nearby farm. Claudio's wife, Cleonice, was nowhere to be found. It was on this day that the police released Lazaro's image, branding him as a suspect. The motivations behind this senseless act remain shrouded in darkness, hidden within the depths of Lazaro's disturbed mind. What had started as a planned robbery, a calculated act born from his familiarity with the family while working for them, had spiraled into a nightmarish descent into chaos and terror. Something had gone dreadfully wrong, unleashing a dormant evil that resided within Lazaro, propelling him on a relentless path of violence and carnage. The following morning, just 3 kilometers away from the Vidal family farm, Lazaro invaded yet another residence. In a haze of bloodthirst, Lazaro found himself holding a woman and a man at gunpoint for hours, forcing them to consume marijuana, stealing their money and cell phones before disappearing into the night. Days later, police would find the woman's lifeless body near a stream, bearing the marks of a gruesome sexual assault. Unrelenting, Lazaro allegedly invaded yet another nearby farm, taking the residents hostage before fleeing in their car, which was later found abandoned and burned. Reports suggest that he shot 4 people and set fire to a house in his wake, leaving a path of destruction and despair. The authorities, now locked in a desperate cat-and-mouse game with Lazaro, searching the dense forests and nearby farms around Cocalzinho de Goiás. Continuing for over 11 days, the relentless pursuit faltered, allowing the fugitive to slip through their grasp time and time again. More than 200 agents dedicated themselves to the relentless hunt, desperate to bring an end to the reign of terror. To gain further insight into the disturbed mind of Lazaro, we turn to his victims and those who have encountered him. Their accounts paint a chilling picture of his unfathomable cruelty. Lazaro's primary targets are women. He derives pleasure from their suffering, exhibiting the traits of a psychopath. Witness statements reveal a calculated and meticulous individual, devoid of empathy or remorse. Within the grim tapestry of Lazaro's reign of terror, a disturbing and chilling aspect emerges. As he held his victims hostage, he took perverse pleasure in exerting control and instilling fear. It is reported that he would taunt his captives, proudly boasting about his newfound notoriety on television. In a twisted display of power, he would sometimes choose to spare certain individuals, refraining from inflicting physical harm upon them. Instead, he forced them to partake in his vices, coercing them to drink and smoke with him, further blurring the boundaries between victim and tormentor. The psychological torment inflicted by Lazaro went beyond the physical realm. His sadistic nature reveled in the manipulation of his captives' emotions and the degradation of their morale. Through his actions, he sought to exert dominance, leaving his victims trapped in a web of terror and uncertainty. These encounters shed light on the disturbing psychology of a man who derived satisfaction from inflicting emotional anguish and forcing others to bear witness to his violent acts. It is a stark reminder of the depths of darkness that can reside within the human psyche, where the boundaries of morality and empathy dissolve, replaced by a twisted pleasure derived from the suffering of others. Amidst the chilling tale of Lazaro, a disturbing thread emerges, hinting at a connection to the realms of dark magic and the occult. It is a thread that weaves an even more intricate web around this enigmatic figure, adding an unsettling layer of mysticism to his already sinister presence. When authorities finally managed to confront Lazaro, a shocking discovery awaited them. Among his belongings, a book of Saint Cyprian, a grimoire associated with esoteric knowledge and occult practices. This ominous finding only deepened the intrigue surrounding his motives and actions, suggesting there was more to Lazaro than met the eye. Reports from the locals in the area further fuel the speculation. Some farmers claim to have encountered Lazaro in the wild, alleging that they had shot him. They even recovered his blood-stained shirt riddled with bullet holes. However, to their bewilderment, the seemingly invincible killer emerged unharmed, defying the laws of nature and leaving them questioning the very fabric of reality. Was there a malevolent force at play, empowering Lazaro with supernatural abilities? Or were his uncanny escapes and unscathed appearances merely a testament to his cunning mind and resourceful nature? These questions linger, intertwining with the grim tapestry of his crimes and leaving us to contemplate the unsettling possibility that there may have been forces beyond our comprehension at work. As we reach the conclusion of our journey into the dark and twisted world of Lazaro, the Brazilian serial killer, we are left with a haunting and enigmatic message. In a letter discovered among his belongings, Lazaro further confuses his alter ego of serial killer/laborer when he leaves behind an all too familiar quote stemming from The Lord of the Rings. Many who live deserve to die. Some who die deserve to live. Can you give them life? So don't be too eager to judge and sentence to death. Even the many sages cannot see everything. Like everyone who lives to see times like that, it's not up to them to decide. We just have to decide what to do with the time allotted to us. There are other forces at work in this world besides the will of evil. The question remains, why would Lazaro, a man of black magic and chaos, choose his final words from a fictional novel? Do these words offer a glimpse into the twisted mind of a man who confused himself to be a character of a fantasy novel, believing himself an agent of fate, a conduit for forces beyond our comprehension? They leave us questioning the complexities of morality and the fragility of life itself. They remind us that in the shadows, there are mysteries that elude our understanding, forces at play that go beyond the realm of human comprehension. As we contemplate these haunting words, we are reminded of the darkness that can reside within us all, and the delicate balance between good and evil that defines our existence. Lazaro's crimes and his enigmatic persona leave us with more questions than answers, a chilling reminder of the depths to which human darkness can descend.